Picture this. You're sitting in your favorite chair, a cup of coffee in hand, the morning light spilling across the room, and you've got the whole day ahead to do whatever you darn well please. Maybe it's puttering around in the garage, flipping through a good book, or calling up a friend to catch up. Now, let me ask you something. Doesn't that sound a whole lot better than someone telling you it's time to pack up and move into a nursing home? I bet it does. If you're over 65 or even close to it, you've probably had that little whisper in the back of your mind. What if I can't keep this up? What if I lose my freedom? Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't have to let that happen. You can say no to nursing homes and keep living life your way, right where you are. This video is all about thriving on your own terms after 65. We're going to walk through 6 practical, everyday ways to stay strong, independent, and happy without ever needing someone else to take the wheel. Because let's be real, nobody wants to trade their cozy home for a sterile room with a schedule they didn't sign up for. You've worked hard to build a life you love, and with a few smart moves, you can keep it that way. These aren't big, overwhelming changes. They're simple things you can weave into your routine, starting today, that'll keep you in charge and feeling good. So what's on the table? We're going to talk about keeping your body moving with some easy exercises, making meals that fuel you without fuss, leaning on handy services to lighten the load, staying on top of your meds, keeping your social life buzzing, and making your home a breeze to manage. These are the building blocks of a life where you're the boss, not some facility director. And trust me, it's not as hard as it might sound. It's about taking control one small step at a time so you can keep doing the things that make you, well, you. Let me tell you about my friend Doris. She's 72, lives in a little bungalow she's had for decades, and still mows her own lawn. Well, most of it, anyway. A few years back, she started worrying she'd have to give it all up. Her knees were acting up, and she'd heard folks her age talking about assisted living like it was inevitable. But Doris wasn't having it. She started doing a few things differently, little tweaks, nothing fancy, and now she's as feisty and free as ever. She's proof you don't have to surrender your independence just because the years are piling on. And that's what I want for you, too. A life where you're still calling the shots. Why does this matter so much? Because after 65, the world sometimes acts like we're supposed to fade into the background, hand over the keys, and let someone else decide what's best. But I don't believe that for a second, and I bet you don't either. Staying independent isn't just about proving a point. It's about waking up every day knowing you've got the power to shape it. It's about brewing your tea just the way you like it, or tinkering with that old radio, or sitting on your porch watching the sunset, all on your terms. And with a little know-how, you can keep that going for years. So, let's get started with the first way to thrive on your own terms. It's all about keeping your body in the game because if you can move, you can do just about anything. I'm not talking marathons here, just some easy, feel-good exercises that keep you steady and strong. Doris started with a few chair moves, and it changed everything for her. That's where we're heading next. Stick with me, and let's build that independent life together. Let's kick things off with keeping your body moving, because that's the foundation of staying independent. You don't need a gym membership or fancy gear, just a chair and a little space. Try sitting down and standing up 5 times in a row, or lifting your legs one at a time while you're watching TV. My friend Doris started doing this after her knees got cranky, and she swears it's why she can still haul her watering can around the yard. She sits in her kitchen chair, does a few reps and calls it a day. Takes maybe 10 minutes. It's not about getting buff. It's about keeping your legs and back strong enough to climb stairs, carry a bag, or get up from the couch without a struggle. When your body's got your back, you're free to roam your world however you like. Next up, let's talk about food because eating right doesn't have to be a chore. The second way to thrive is to cook simple meals that keep you going. Think scrambled eggs with some spinach tossed in, or a bowl of oatmeal with a handful of berries. My neighbor Frank, 68, used to live on frozen dinners, but he felt sluggish all the time. So he started making a big pot of soup once a week, nothing fancy, just veggies and some chicken. Now he's got easy meals ready to heat up, and he says he's got more pep in his step. You don't need to be a chef, just pick a couple of things you like. Keep it basic and watch how good you feel. It's fuel for your independence, keeping you strong without tying you to the stove. Now, here's a game changer. Use delivery services to lighten the load. That's the third way to stay on your own terms. Groceries, meds, even a hot meal. Someone can bring it right to your door. My cousin Linda, 70, started getting her groceries delivered last year after she twisted her ankle. She thought it'd be a hassle, but now she loves it. Picks what she wants online, and it shows up like clockwork. It's not about being lazy. It's about saving your energy for what you enjoy, like tending your flowers or playing cards with the grandkids. Look up a service in your area, give it a try, and see how it frees you up. You're still in control, just smarter about it. The fourth way is all about staying on top of your medications. Forgetting a pill can throw everything off, so set up a little system. Maybe it's a weekly pill box by your coffee pot, or a phone alarm to nudge you. My buddy George, 66, used to miss his blood pressure meds half the time, scattered brain, he called it. Then he got one of those boxes with the days marked out, fills it every Sunday, and hasn't skipped since. It's a small thing, but it keeps him ticking along, no doctor nagging required. When you've got your health in check, you're not leaning on anyone else, you're running the show. Let's keep the good vibes going with the fifth way. Stay social. You don't need a packed calendar, just a few folks who light you up. Call a friend for a quick chat, wave to your neighbor over the fence, or meet someone for coffee once a month. My Aunt Ruth, 73, started a little walking group with two pals from church. They shuffle around the block every Wednesday, laughing more than they exercise, and she says it's the highlight of her week. It's not about being the life of the party. It's about having a lifeline that keeps you connected. That spark keeps your spirits high, and a happy heart's a strong one. Finally, the sixth way is to keep your home manageable. A tidy space means less stress and fewer stumbles. Start small, clear off that counter you always bump into, or move heavy stuff to lower shelves. My pal Ed, 69, had a kitchen so cluttered he couldn't find his spatula. One afternoon, he tossed out old junk and set up a spot for everything he uses. Now he's whipping up pancakes like a pro, no fuss. It's not about perfection. It's about making your place work for you, not against you. A home you can handle is a home you can stay in, plain and simple. These 6 ways fit together like pieces of a puzzle. Move a little, eat smart, get help when it makes sense, stick to your meds, chat with your people, and keep your space easy. Suddenly, you're not just getting by, you're thriving. It's all about holding onto the life you've built, and it's right there for the taking. So, here we are, talking about saying no to nursing homes and yes to a life you love after 65. Doesn't that feel good? You've got 6 solid ways to keep thriving on your own terms. Moving your body, eating simple and strong, using services to ease the load, managing your meds, staying connected, and keeping your home in check. These aren't pie-in-the-sky ideas. They're real, doable steps that folks just like you are using every day to stay free and happy. And the best part? You can start with one, see how it fits, and build from there. Think about Doris with her watering can, or Frank with his soup, or Ruth laughing with her walking crew. They're not superheroes, they're people who said, I want to keep my life mine, and made it happen. That's what I see for you, too. Maybe it's staying in your house with the creaky porch you adore, or driving to the store whenever you feel like it, or just sitting in your backyard with a cold drink, knowing you're still the one in charge. Whatever it looks like, it's yours to claim. Don't feel like you've got to overhaul everything overnight. Pick something easy, like doing a few chair exercises while the kettle boils, or calling a friend you haven't talked to in a while. Let it grow naturally at your pace. You're not on anyone's clock but your own. And if it feels wobbly at first, that's fine. Give yourself a pat on the back for trying, and keep going. Small moves turn into big wins, and before you know it, you're living proof that 65 and beyond can be some of your best years yet. I'd love to know what you think. What's one thing you're doing to stay independent, or one idea here you're excited to try? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and it's such a treat to hear from you. Maybe you've got a trick of your own that's working wonders. Share that too. We're all in this together, swapping stories and cheering each other on. If this video hit the spot for you, give it a quick like. It lets me know I'm on the right track. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button so you don't miss out. We've got more practical tips and inspiring ideas coming your way, and I'd hate for you to miss a single one. Here's to you, living strong, happy, and free, right where you belong. You've got this, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and keep thriving.